Countries where gambling is illegal. Gambling, also known as betting, is a wagering of money or something of value, referred to as the stakes, on an event with uncertain outcome with the primary intent of winning money or material goods. Gambling thus requires three elements to be present: consideration, an amount wagered, risk, and a prize. The outcome of the wager is often immediate, such as a single roll of dice, a spin of a roulette wheel, or a horse crossing the finish line. But longer time frames are also common, allowing wagers on the outcome of a future sports contest or even an entire sports season. The term gaming in this context typically refers to instances in which the activity has been specifically permitted by law. The two words are not mutually exclusive. That is, a gaming company offers legal gambling activities to the public and may be regulated by one of many gaming control boards, for example, the Nevada Gaming Control Board. However, this distinction is not universally observed in the English-speaking world. For instance, in the UK, the regulator of gambling activities is called the Gambling Commission, not the Gaming Commission. If you're new here, welcome. Please do also subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos. Gambling is also a major international commercial activity, with the legal gambling market totaling an estimated $335 billion in 2009. In other forms, gambling can be conducted with materials that have value but are not real money. For example, players of marbles games might wager marbles, and likewise games of perks or magic. The gathering can be played with the collectible game pieces as stakes, resulting in a metagame regarding the value of a player's collection of pieces. In some parts of the world, land-based casinos are officially outlawed, and online gambling is banned, largely due to religious reasons or moral directives. If you're a gambling enthusiast who wants to know which countries to avoid on your next holiday, or you're just curious about what the penalties are should you partake, here are the countries that have declared gambling illegal. Number 1. Singapore. Singapore is a sovereign island city-state in maritime Southeast Asia. It lies about 1 degree of latitude north of the equator, off the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, bordering the Straits of Malacca to the west, the Riau Islands to the south, and the South China Sea to the east. The country's territory is composed of one main island, 63 satellite islands and islets, and one outlying islet, the combined area of which is increased by 25% since the country's independence, as a result of extensive land reclamation projects. It has the second greatest population density in the world. While Singapore allows national public-funded lotteries, private lotteries are only allowed with specific permissions. Land-based sports betting establishments are banned, although land-based casinos are permitted. So while punters can't partake in the floater on the football, they can enjoy all the excitement of the roulette wheel. Number 2. United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates, sometimes simply called the Emirates, is a country in Western Asia, located at the eastern end of the Arabian Peninsula. It borders Oman and Saudi Arabia, and has maritime borders in the Persian Gulf with Qatar and Iran. It is a federal elective constitutional monarchy formed from a federation of 7 emirates, consisting of Abu Dhabi, which serves as the capital, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Al Quwain. Their boundaries have numerous enclaves within each other. Each emirate is governed by a ruler who together form the Federal Supreme Council, and one of whom serves as President of the United Arab Emirates. In 2013, the UAE's population was 9.2 million, of which 1.4 million were Emirati citizens and 7.8 million were expatriates. The estimated population of the UAE in 2020 was 9.89 million. The UAE's rising international profile has led to it being recognized as a regional and a middle power. Islamic nations almost unanimously prohibit gambling in land-based casinos, although online gambling can still sometimes find a way around regulations. However, the United Arab Emirates has much stricter penalties in place for those who engage in gambling or betting of any type. Players face a prison sentence of up to 2 years, and the internet is heavily censored to limit access to online casinos. Number 3. Cambodia. Cambodia is a Southeast Asian nation whose landscape spans low-lying plains, the Mekong Delta, mountains and Gulf of Thailand coastland, Phnom Penh, its capital, is home to the Art Deco Central Market, glittering Royal Palace, and the National Museum's historical and archaeological exhibits. In the country's northwest are the ruins of Angkor Wat, a massive stone temple complex built during the Khmer Empire. Cambodia stands out from other countries for having a very solid record of gambling problem. To control the issue, gambling is prohibited in every instance, except in a state-funded situation, such as in private lotteries. Incidentally, visitors to the country can still gamble freely in the country, so if you're planning a casino trip to Cambodia, you're in luck. Number 4. Qatar. Qatar is a peninsular Arab country whose terrain comprises arid desert and a long Persian Gulf shoreline of beaches and dunes. Also on the coast is the capital Doha, known for its futuristic skyscrapers and other ultra-modern architecture, inspired by ancient Islamic design, such as the Limestone Museum of Islamic Art. The museum sits on the city's Corniche waterfront promenade. Of all the countries to introduce a gambling ban, Qatar is definitely one of the strictest. Every kind of gambling is totally illegal. Sports betting or lotteries of any kind are prohibited. As with all blanket ban situations, unsurprisingly, Qatar has a bustling underground scene for gambling fans. Online gambling is illegal as well, but many players still entertain themselves by playing at online casinos based in other countries, although the governments are always trying to restrict access to these sites. Number 5. Lebanon. Lebanon, officially known as the Lebanese Republic, is a country in the Levant region of Western Asia and the transcontinental region of the Middle East. It is bordered by Syria to the north and east and Israel to the south, while Cyprus lies west across the Mediterranean Sea. Lebanon's location at the crossroads of the Mediterranean basin and the Arabian hinterland has contributed to its rich history and shaped a cultural identity of religious and ethnic diversity. At just 10,452 kilometers square, it is one of the smallest recognized sovereign states in the Asian continent. The official language, Arabic, is the most common language spoken by the citizens of Lebanon. Another Islamic country where gambling is banned, Lebanon also has a tight grip on casino sites and has the ability to block them from players. Only certain gambling websites are permitted, and land-based casinos are only legal if they have the correct state-approved licensing. There is also a loophole in the form of a casino boat, which transport players into foreign waters so they can legally enjoy all the best casino games while floating outside the zone where the law applies. Number 6. North Korea. North Korea, officially the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is a country in East Asia, constituting the northern part of the Korean peninsula. The country is bordered to the north by China and by Russia along the Amnok, known as the Yalu in Chinese, and Tumen rivers, and to the south by South Korea, with the heavily fortified Korean demilitarized zone separating the two. North Korea, like its southern counterpart, claims to be the legitimate government of the entire peninsula and adjacent islands. Pyongyang is the country's capital and largest city. It's not really a surprise that North Korea is on this list. Under Kim Jong-un, anything that is any way connected to the idea of free market is strictly prohibited to all North Koreans, although guests of the country are free to enjoy gambling as much as they want, like in Cambodia. Number 7. Brunei. Brunei is a tiny nation on the island of Borneo, in two distinct sections surrounded by Malaysia and the South China Sea. It's known for its beaches and biodiverse rainforest, much of it protected within reserves. The capital, Bandar Seri Begawan, is home to the opulent Jameser Hassanil Bolkiah Mosque and its 29 golden domes. The capital's massive Istana Nurul Iman Palace is the residence of Brunei's ruling Sultan. This Islamic country has strict anti-gambling laws. Brunei enforces its Common Gaming House Act strongly. This strictly prohibits any form of gambling in the country. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and turn on post notification so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent